Hey everybody, this is Dustin, your RV Specialist. So I'm up on top of a 2021 Grand Design Solitude, and I'm doing my roof inspection now for it. And stuff that just jumps out at me is, I can see that the customers at one point have had some type of impact on their Winegard Air 360, and they've used the, I don't know if it's a turnabout tape or a form of turnabout tape, but you can see where it's all letting loose and it shrunk up, and where the putties and stuff have bled out of it. So it's been up there for quite some time in order for it to do that. When I'm up here, I'm looking at, are the sheets secure? Every 4 feet, are the sheets secure? Are the side seams good? Are the insert moldings good? This is another video where I showed like the awning was reverse rolled. So I talked about that in a previous video. But I'm looking at, solar panel mounts, looking at solar connections, looking at the roof AC, seeing if the gasket underneath is tight. Is there any cracks on the shroud? How faded is it getting from the sun damage? Looking at skylights, sealing on the skylights, how thick it is, if there's any little, bubbles or cracks or separations, that are appearing around the screws, how detailed you can see the lines, because the sealant itself levels. So all the sealant that's on here is dirty, and it all needs to be cleaned and scrubbed really well. You're going to want to use the, whether it says roof soap or rubber roof soap, for the normal everyday average person, this is just a rubber roof. They don't know if it's TPO, PVC, EPDM. They don't know what brand it is. Typically, Grand Design, for the most part, uses all TPO. So on these roofs, when you're scrubbing and cleaning the roof, you're going to want to also scrub and pay extra attention to the sealant itself. And then, you've all seen me. I'm bald, and just like this plastic starting to fade and other plastics starting to fade, suntan lotion, right? So I always talk about 303 UV protectant, applying it to anything that's up here. So like that fantastic fan cover back there that's turning yellow, a lot of times we'll see these attic vents will turn yellow and disintegrate. And so that treatment's there to protect both the rubber and all the plastics, vinyl, and rubber that's on there, even decals and anything else that's, vinyl as well. So make sure that you're applying that to the units itself. So going back to the roof inspection, right? So I'm looking to see how thick these corners are. And the things that I don't like about it is, the screw here is just sitting there open and exposed to water. You can start to see like that little pencil line right there. So let me zoom out. And you start to see this line develop. That's your tattletale, where this is opened up and separated and now made a line to where it's going to allow leaks, right? So myself, I would tell you as the consumer, hey Dustin, go ahead and thicken that up, seal off the rest of that molding, extend the sealant past a little bit more. This also doesn't have a second molding on the front cap. So, you could add one if you wanted to. It just depends. When they were originally sealing this at the manufacturer, you can see that their gun or something had like a bubble pop through. So I would thicken up that area. This area right here, if you can see the distance, that's a bubble. So as soon as that bubble goes ahead and pops, you're going to get water leaking into that area as well. There's another little bubble right here started. And then, of course, you can see all the tree marks. So all those little scuff marks are from tree branches, right? And then same thing with this area too here, this area all needs to get thickened up and cleaned and resealed. And I looked at the side seams already. I've pretty much gone through most of the stuff that's up here. There's little spots that need to be doctored up. Here's a spot on the solar port that's separated, right? So I would definitely do that. Just as a CYA, the brackets that are up here, they all look pretty good shape. The attic vent looks in good shape. The plumbing vents look good shape. I would just put the treatment on them to protect them. There's a lot of weird little marks that were up here, and I don't know if something got dragged on it, but overall the sheets look good. Areas like this too, it's looking a little thin. There's a bubble there. I would go ahead and kind of clean that up and doctor it up, make it a little bit thicker to last you. These back corners back here, you can see these back corners have separated and are lifting. So you can see all that. And then let me go over here to this opposite side. This corner's the same. So you can see all that sealant that's let loose. So I definitely, for my recommendations, doctor up the rear corners. Always check your ladder stations because I keep finding a lot of these are broken. Make sure that you're cleaning and treating your UV on your covers. The gasket underneath on the ACs, that's just a 14 by 14 inch hole. So it's the same size hole as a fan or any vent that's on your roof. Those gaskets are a neoprene gasket. They start out about an inch thick. And on average, these air conditioners weigh anywhere from say 68 to 75 pounds. That weight squishes them, plus you torque them down, and then eventually those gaskets only get about as thick as maybe a quarter of an inch. So hot and cold, and then this thing's shaking and moving and vibrating, even just walking on the sheets. And I'm just kind of bouncing around right now, walking on the sheets. That actually will cause those to separate. So if they'll separate, if you're not changing them out every 5 years. So this coach is, a 2021. It was built in January of 21. And so, we're pretty much 5 years old. It's not a necessity. You do what you want with it. But what happens is, depending on when that AC comes off, and there's just 4 bolts on the inside that secure it as a sandwich to the roof, when those 4 bolts come off, a lot of times we will find either that they've started to leak in the inside, which has caused damage to the ductwork, which now causes the air conditioner not to function as well, cause it to mix with the cold, the outside air and the cold air, or it will cause water damage around the perimeter. So if the material is cut and instead of draped over and wrapped and stapled, if it's cut clean off, it'll sometimes go back underneath the material and then cause water damage around the AC. So, and then this AC, you can see the fins and stuff on here. They're looking a little bit dirty. So again, I don't know if the owner, I think it's the first time they're here. So I would assume that, hey, if I call them up and say, hey, you need to do 2 AC gaskets and service them, and it's a lot of money because it's a lot of time involved. But I would definitely do it at some point. Whether you do it yourself, it's not that hard. You can get your model and serial numbers off of any of your units, and you can go right directly to that manufacturer and they'll print out their instructions to take it off. You have these 4 bolts. Inside you're going to have, if it has a cylinder assembly or a grill, you're going to remove that. There's going to be 4 more bolts that sandwich it down to the roof. There's going to be what we refer to as an umbilical cord, which is the data cords. You're going to have your Romex to undo, and then you're basically just going to lift this guy right off. You're going to take the cover off so you can roll it to one side. Then you can take it off the roof if you want, or you can do all the service work up here. The only reason I'm saying take it all apart is because of the age of the gaskets. So most people don't realize that those gaskets should be replaced every 5 years. It's not a have to. A lot of the units that are out there, sometimes they'll never get replaced until it's time, until it starts leaking or it's already caused problems. So, it's just preventive maintenance is the key, right? So if you put it on a new gasket, you're covering yourself for at least another 5 years. So, all right, well, I think this is it for now. I'll quit nagging at you. Hope you guys are all out there having fun. We just got back in from after Memorial Day, and keep traveling. I know the fuel prices are gone all stupid. Looks like the stock market's doing good, so that's up, and we'll go from there. So you guys have fun, and we'll talk to you soon. It's Dustin, your RV Specialist.